Hello and welcome to my next episode of The Local Lens. I'm your host, Katrina Carmo. I'm a local realtor and I'm interviewing small businesses to help them tell their story and promote their business. Today I have the pleasure of speaking with Abrah Salk Zion, and she is the owner of Miss Z Photography. It's such a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm honored to have you
It's
here.
A pleasure. Tell me, Abrah, a little bit about what you have going on. How long have you been doing this?
A little over 13 years.
Oh, okay. Do you have a specialty, a niche that you like to specialize on?
I am known for my newborns and maternity.
Oh.
So that's usually, I do a lot more than that, but that is what I'm known for in the community.
Oh, is that what you kind of do? Passion?
Yes, that's absolutely my passion. I get to just cuddle with teeny babies and I provide all the props. So I get to, based on what the parents choose, we do all different little themes. And it's just like, oh, I love it. I love it.
So you must get creative. Like when you see a baby, do you try to fit the backdrop or the scenery with that particular baby? Do you have certain kind of go-tos? Like, how does that work?
Well, first, actually, I have a consultation for all my sessions, not just with my newborns, because I tailor every single session I do, even if it's business headshots. I tailor it to my clients because I want them to love their images.
So you have them come in first,
yes.
Talk to them, get to know them a little bit.
Yep, and they make sure that I'm the right fit for them. I actually do things a little differently because I specialize in getting people the final images. So you'll see throughout my studio, I have gorgeous canvases and framed pictures and albums because I want to make sure that, in 30, 40, 50 years from now, that they are able to pass that down. Technology changes. When I started out, I was selling the images on CDs. People can't access those anymore.
Right.
So I just want to...
I know.
Isn't that right? Isn't that weird? So I do offer both. They get the best of both worlds. But I want them to love their images because we're going to be putting it in their homes. They're going to be gifting it to family members. So I sit down with them and we talk about what colors they like and what their house decor looks like. And also we talk about like their hobbies and what they do for jobs and if they want to represent that with their child.
Do you allow pets to be included?
I do, and but I do it in a special way because safety and health are my absolute top priorities. And I love pets. I have a dog and 3 cats. At the end of the day, though, as well behaved as your dog is, it's still an animal.
Right.
So I include dogs as what's known as a composite image. So I'll have a little bucket area set up where the newborn will eventually go. And then the parent who is best with their dog or dogs stays out there with me. And then the other parent will be in here holding the newborn. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes 30 minutes. But I get the picture of the dog or dogs sitting as close to the bucket as possible, looking at me. Once I get that picture, I have somebody take the dogs completely out of my studio. Once they're out of the studio, then my assistant and I take the baby, we pose the baby in the bucket, and I capture that picture.
Oh, and then you can
in the computer, I put it together. I'll point on the way out. I have one out there and also in one of my albums. I have one, and you would never know. They look like they were together, but it's a way I can include, the family pet as part of the family, how I can include them safely.
Without trying to get the baby and the pet to both smile at the same time.
Well, not even just that. We don't know how dogs hear stuff and small stuff that we can't.
Right.
So, they might not mean to, God forbid, hurt the baby, but I can't, they're unpredictable.
Yes.
So I never take any chances, which is why I also have an assistant who, for a lot of my poses, her hands are on the baby's head, and those are also composites.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So. What about, do you talk to them ahead of time about what outfits, like do they have special outfits, backdrops?
So I supply all of that. So that's where we talk about themes. And then based upon the colors they tell me and the themes, And I have them look at some of my previous work, and then sometimes if they tell me they want something certain, and I just don't happen to have it, which I have almost everything now, I will, and they've given me enough time, a good 6 to 8 weeks, I work with special vendors and I will special order something for them. Which I'm doing right now for a client who's not due until September, and I have never done a captain of a ship before, even though I've done a lot of nautical and sailors. Yes, yeah, I've done a lot of nautical and sailors, and I've done scalloper babies and beach babies and mermaids. I just never did a captain of a ship. So I'm working with two of my vendors, and one of them is making me the little jacket and the pants, and the other one is making me the hat. So so we kind of go through all of that, and then depending upon all my notes, the day before my assistant and I come in, or that evening, if we've been doing a session during the day, we go through and we set everything up ahead of time.
That sounds like so much fun. How would somebody get a hold of you?
So email is usually the best way to reach me, because
priority.
Yes, because I don't answer my phone if I'm with a client. Right now, I wouldn't answer the phone. I'm talking to you. So email comes through my personal cell phone. So then right whenever I'm done with a client, I have that there, and I'll check that and see it before I remember to go check my voicemail.
Okay.
But eventually I do want to get everybody on the phone, just to kind of give them a quick overview to see if they even want to come in for a consultation.
So I'm going to put all of that information in the description. You're on Union Street, which is a little tricky to get to, but you will explain it if somebody needs to come in, because it's appointment only, right?
It is appointment only.
So you have to call ahead.
Because we need to prepare, and especially for a newborn session, they can be 4 hours long.
Oh.
Yes. So
bring snacks.
Well, you absolutely can bring snacks, but I also, we're in our family room now. I provide snacks and coffee and tea and water, but you can absolutely bring your own as well.
Very nice. We are going to take a little look around and see some of the settings, pictures, costumes. So we're going to do a quick little tour. We will be back. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute joy to meet you.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. What do you have there?
These are my wings, and these photograph gorgeously. We use them.
Spectacular.
They are. They're so much fun. And we don't just use them for maternity. I do boudoir and just other fun wings. They're just, the color is gorgeous.
So
and it's literally, you could see how long they are, and the color is just absolutely stunning. And we do some great poses with this.
Ooh, I like it. Now, this is just like you have a whole storage room.
I do. I can't go back there because of the egress doors. It's a little too far from there, but I do have 2 other racks of mostly maternity gowns. They're all from designer maternity companies, all different colors and styles. And then I do also have one that's all couture girl dresses.
Ooh. So we have a rather interesting photo here. I think this is a fun story. Tell us how that came about.
So this little girl was scheduled for her newborn session. We had already done the consultation, planned everything. I do parent and family shots in all of my newborn sessions. But for the most part, there's a lot of the same poses over and over, and it's just, parents cuddling their babies. But when this dad showed up, and his hair was amazing, and I just said, "Can I play with your hair?"
And he said,
well, he's like, yeah. And I said, okay. My next question was, are you okay laying down on the floor for maybe a long period of time? I mean, it was like, 15, 20 minutes, but I want to make sure, nobody has back pain or anything like that. And then my assistant and I played around with this, And
cute.
yeah, I love this. I love this. Definitely
And
something they're gonna
that's a
treasure.
very quality frame.
Oh my goodness, I love my museum quality frames. They are handmade in Yakima, Washington, and I call them washable. And the reason why I call them washable is because first, everything about it is done by hand. There's nothing prefabricated. But once everything is pressed on, when the image is pressed on, after that, they paint on 3 clear coats of a clear lacquer. And in this one, I don't know if you can see it. If you come close, you can see the brush strokes. And that's personal preference. We can choose so that you don't see the brush strokes.
So this is going to last
Oh
a
my
long
goodness.
time.
Absolutely. And not only after the clear lacquer, they put a sealant on it.
Oh, wow.
So I have several of these in my home. And over the years, I have gotten off spaghetti sauce and finger paint and peanut butter. And I just wipe the main gunk off, and then I spray it with Windex.
Wow.
And it's as good as new. The thing I love about these is that the frame is included, but we decide together what frame works best for your home and for the image itself. Your home, your budget, and the image itself. We want to, make sure it doesn't clash with the image.
Nice. Very good. So this is the animal baby photo that you were talking about earlier, or one of them?
One of them. This is a composite. So I explained that earlier, how we safely include dogs with the babies, and they're not actually there in the same time. So this picture, even if you go super close, you cannot tell that this gorgeous dog and this gorgeous baby were not together in the photo. It was taken separately, and then I composited it in the computer to wind up with this gorgeous image.
That is gorgeous.
And this keeps the baby safe.
That is gorgeous. I'm going to go over here for a second because I just saw this one. This
was taken right in the water. So beautiful. I do go on location for everything except newborn. So I do maternity in the studio. I do maternity on site. I provide the gowns. So
beautiful. Thank you once again. This is just very, very good quality work. And I wish you the best of luck and much success with this business.
Thank you so much.
To help these businesses thrive by shopping local and leave a review by clicking on the link below the interview. If you enjoyed the conversation today, it would mean a great deal to us to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to the show to get notified of new episodes. And if you know of any businesses that might want to be featured, please share this video. I'm Katrina Carmo and I'm a local realtor. If you are looking for someone to guide you with your real estate needs, I would be happy to help. May your days be filled with sunshine and your dreams take flight. Signing off, good vibes.